So obviously in the year 2025, the NFL is pretty crazy. Josh Allen just won his first MVP. The Eagles just beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl to prevent the three-peat. But haven't you been curious? Do you guys ever think the NFL is gonna end? I think it probably lasts forever or until Antonio Brown's fucking brain scan comes out and reveals all the brain damage he has. But either way, today I'm putting it to the test by Madden. I'm gonna simulate until Madden does not let me simulate anymore. And yeah, let's just get into it because there's a lot. Okay, so I simulated it and they think it's gonna end in 2054. Obviously it says you're a free agent. Continue to advance in activity list. I can't fucking read. But obviously the only option is to retire. So yeah, let's just look. So our most recent champ is the Browns, who only have one Super Bowl win. I don't know who Emmett Malone is. You know what? We're gonna scroll all the way down to 2024. So they think the Texans would have won this year over the Lions. Okay, Allen does win MVP. Saquon did win Offensive Player of the Year, but all the other ones missed. What about 2025? They think the Eagles would beat the Chiefs a year after it happens in real life. That a year later, they think the Steelers would win. Mahomes has another MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. The Lions, so far in this video, we've seen they've lost the Super Bowl 3 times already. That's kind of crazy. 2027, they think the Eagles spin back and beat the Chiefs again as Mahomes three-peats his MVP. So the Eagles have won it a second time already. 2028, they think the Patriots beat the Rams. I hope that doesn't happen. And New England, Drake May, does their empire start? The Chargers beat the Lions. The Rams quarterback James Spicer is MVP, ever that is. Okay, so far the Lions have literally lost 4 Super Bowls in this video, but I don't know if they've gotten one. The Panthers beat the Jaguars, a battle of the cat, as damn, the Rams have the MVP, the Coach of the Year, and the Offensive Player of the Year. They didn't make the Super Bowl. Okay, so then they have the Chargers getting back on top, beating the Packers. Jordan Love's the MVP. Okay, so there's 2-time champs now. As Miami becomes 3-time champ, as again the MVP is on the Rams, the Coach of the Year is on the Rams, and the Offensive Player is on the Rams. But they didn't make the Super Bowl. And they would make it here, as they would beat the Dolphins 24-0, as James Spicer wins his 4th MVP, I think. And Puka wins his 2nd Offensive Player of the Year, as Miami fails to repeat. And then Tampa will beat Indy in 2034. Spicer wins another MVP. I think all the normal players might be out at this point. As for 2035, Spicer, another MVP. Jose Garcia wins Offensive Player of the Year, but the Titans get revenge for 35 years past and beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. Oh shit. But then the Rams avenge themselves. Anthony Richardson wins MVP at like 37 or something. Rams were 4-time champs as James Spicer wins Super Bowl MVP. 2037, the Bucks win another Super Bowl, their 2nd of the video. Spicer MVP again. I don't even know how much he's had, as the Chargers lose the Super Bowl. 2038, the Texans led by J.J. McCarthy beat the Lions. So the Lions have lost the Super Bowl 5 times in this video so far. They've lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. Oh boy. 2039, the Rams spin back again and win their 3rd Super Bowl of the video. Spicer wins another Super Bowl MVP, but not a regular season MVP. 2040, the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Damn, so if this is on track, Cowboys fans, you got another 15 16 years of waiting. I just noticed the Niners haven't won it yet too, so they gotta wait even longer. 2041, the Chargers spin back and win the Super Bowl. Didn't they beat Washington? They beat Carolina. I forgot who they beat, but they're 3-time champs now. Buffalo wins their first Super Bowl over the Vikings. So the battle of the 2 teams that are 0-4, which I guess the Lions would be joining them if this is true. But damn, so the Bills didn't even make the Super Bowl with Josh Allen. Allen didn't even make a Super Bowl, which is crazy. 2043, the Chargers will win their 4th of the video, beating the Eagles. And damn, 4 Super Bowls. I don't think I can handle 4 Charger Super Bowls in my life. 2044, Bills will win the Super Bowl again. There's the 2nd time in 3 years. Then they would repeat after they blow out the Lions, who have lost 5 Super Bowls at this point in a row. And I'm not counting the one at the recent simulation. Jacksonville will win their first Super Bowl over Atlanta. Then the Bengals would win their first Super Bowl over the Vikings, who are now 0-6 in Super Bowls. That's kind of crazy. Green Bay will blow out the Browns. Tennessee wins another one, this time over Atlanta. The Steelers get to 8 Super Bowls as they beat the Lions, who are now also 0-6 in Super Bowls. However, the Lions would finally win the Super Bowl. Took them 7 times, but they beat the Bills, getting their first Super Bowl. And then the Bills would lose back-to-back as the Giants get their 5th. And then, as you saw, Cleveland gets their first, as the Lions will fall to 1-7 in Super Bowls all time. So that's kind of crazy. The Steelers now lead in all Super Bowls all time. The Lions are 1-7. The Vikings are 0-6. And let's just look at some of the all-time stats. Okay, so I mean, legacy leaderboard. Who's gonna be Sean McVay with 4 Super Bowls and 7 fuck, I can't talk. Okay, Sean McVay is ranked as the highest legacy coach, passing John Madden, as he has 4 Super Bowls, 7 NFC championships, and 3 yearly awards. Andy Reid would never win a Super. He would never even make a Super Bowl again. Sirianni would get 3. L. Fox would get 3. B. Williamson. I. Alexander. Gerard Mayo would actually win the Super Bowl for the Bills. Jay Adams would win one. Obviously, Canellis would win one. D'Amico Ryans would get 2. Sterling. But now I want to look at the players. Who is the highest player of all time? It's Mahomes. It's not even that. Yeah, it's not even that close. Michael Parsons was still playing in 2054. Okay. Mahomes number 1. Allen, he only made the Super Bowl once, so I messed it up, but he only made it once. But I don't think he was starting, or I don't remember. It was probably earlier. Parsons would never even make the Super Bowl. I don't even know who that is. Gooden is, what the hell? 3 Super Bowls for Gooden. Puka would get 1 with 2. I want to see who was that one quarterback that won MVP, like hella. I should just sort my quarterbacks. Okay, I can't find him, but either way, he was a 4-time Super Bowl. Okay, who do they think made the Hall of Fame out of all the players? So Mahomes, Hall of Famer, I see it. Allen, Hall of Famer, I see it. Parsons, Hall of Famer. Even with no rings, I could still see it. Lyndon, I mean, 2 Super Bowls, 4 NFC championships. He could be in. Gooden 3. I don't know. Hurts, he would have to do a lot more in his career to make it. Puka is still too early to tell, but he's definitely on track. Aldridge, I don't know why David Aldridge is in the NFL, but I guess he is. Anthony Richardson, hey, Hall of Fame, sure, why not? Aaron Rodgers, obviously. Max Crosby, even without any Super Bowl appearances, probably still could. Travis Kelce definitely is. Lamar, even with no Super Bowl appearances, probably still will be. Burrow only had 1 appearance still, probably would get in. Aiden Hutchinson, Gregory Rousseau got in. Amon-Ra got in. JJ McCarthy got in with only 1 ring, and it wasn't even with the Vikings, it was with the Texans. TJ Watt got in. Jordan Love got in. Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Justin Jefferson all got in. DeMarcus Lawrence and Dak Prescott got into the Hall of Fame. That's kind of crazy. Von Miller, Brandon Ayuk, Devonta Smith, Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Josh Downs, Bryce Young, Sirianni, Trent Williams, Rashee Rice all got in. I don't think all of them are going to get in, to be honest. Mark Andrews is not getting in. I'm sorry. Pat Pete, he'll probably get snubbed. Justin Tucker, we don't talk about that. Bobby Wagner definitely will. Najee Harris, I don't think he will, honestly. Mike Evans, Quentin Nelson, these 2 definitely will. And Jason Peters, probably. Did I look? Oh, okay, let's see. Did any records get breaking during this time? Career, Micah Parsons had the most career sacks, but that's really it. Yeah, that's really it for that. Season, did any seasonal records get broken? Mahomes threw for 61 touchdowns in 2026 for the Chargers. So he leaves the Chiefs and joins the Chargers, and I do not know. And then C Brothers broke the receiving touchdown ones as he got 30, and that was only 2 years ago in the simulation. That's crazy to think about. No one still beat Dick Lane almost 100 years later, aka Night Train Lane. Okay, what about in a game? Did no one broke any of the in-game records, which is kind of crazy to think about. No one. Mahomes threw for 61 touchdowns, but never threw for 7 in a game. He probably got it close. Let me see. Chargers. No, he didn't even throw for 6 in a game. This is like a visual glitch. Mahomes. That was 2018 though. Okay, what about rookie records? Is okay. Cardona for the Bills broke the rookie passing record. So did Harden for the Commanders, who threw for 42 touchdowns. But other than that, no other records were really broken this year, which is kind of, or for rookies, which is kind of crazy to be honest. There's just the 2 QB ones. And as for rookie games, none of the rookie games got broken. Career stats, can we look? Oh, wait, so. Okay, so obviously, according to Madden, they think the NFL is gonna get shut down in 2054, and they think that Sean McVay will retire as the greatest coach of all time. Hey, if we can get 3 more rings with McVay, I'll be a very happy person. Cause that's one every 10, or yeah, one every 10 years. But obviously, some things, kind of crazy that Lamar, Burrow, and Josh Allen only would appear in one more Super Bowl combined, and they wouldn't even win. That's kind of crazy to think about. But either way, if you guys did enjoy this video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below what other videos I should make, and also I don't know how to end these things, but